The abortion debate is reigniting the conversation about public policies that support families in the U.S. Right now, 4 out of 5 workers in the South do not have access to paid family leave. Time and again, families are forced to choose between earning a paycheck and bonding with a new baby, caring for loved ones, even taking care of themselves. A Blount County woman shares her family's emotional struggle.
I have a 2- and a 3-year-old, a boy and a girl. They are wild and crazy, but so sweet as well.
The days are getting a little easier now that Sarah Heron has found work that works for her family.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy.
But she recalls a dark time after the birth of her first child that was supposed to be one of the happiest times of her life.
I felt ashamed. I felt like a problem.
Sarah took a leave of absence from her job as a dental assistant under the Federal Family and Medical Leave Act, guaranteeing her job but not her pay.
I took the full 12 weeks that you can get, but unfortunately, I only got paid for the vacation that I had, which was 3 weeks. My husband had, at the time, he just got a new job and took a significant pay cut, so we struggled even more so.
To help make ends meet, they applied and qualified for food assistance, but it wasn't nearly enough for the family of 3. She eventually returned to work, only to be faced with more problems.
When I went back, I started pumping, and then I was told that I needed to start clocking out for those sessions. There were many days where I cried in my car, because you can't, what do? You know?
Nearly 80% of U.S. workers don't receive paid family and sick leave through their employer, and almost half aren't covered by the federal FMLA. The U.S. is the only industrialized country in the world that doesn't guarantee its citizens paid leave, costing U.S. workers and their families more than $22 billion every year in lost wages. Verosa Freeland advocates for workers on behalf of the Tennessee nonprofit A Better Balance.
For most families in our state, we know that folks just can't afford to take that time without pay. And so it really has significant consequences from a health standpoint, from an economic standpoint, for our families who have to make these really impossible choices.
Tennessee House Bill 1295 would create a paid family and medical leave insurance program funded by employee contributions. Similar to Social Security, people who pay into the fund can draw from it when they need to. But the legislation, in the works for a few years now, has yet to be heard in committee, even though a July 2020 poll shows 84% of Tennessee voters support the program. Meantime, 10 other states and the District of Columbia are taking action, passing their own paid family leave policies.
This is absolutely a growing trend across the country. As we've seen, unfortunately, Congress has failed to act. More and more states are stepping up.
Freeland says a statewide paid family leave policy would boost the economy and help local businesses thrive, something Sarah wishes her family had access to months ago.
Anything than the nothing that we have right now would help. I mean, literally.
Nashville's mayor recently announced a plan to provide the city's public school employees with paid family leave to care for a new child or an ill family member. Governor Lee proposed a paid family leave policy for state employees back in 2020, but that was shelved during the pandemic. His staff tells me there are no immediate plans to revive it. Coming up at 5:48 this morning, how some local businesses are now trying to fill this void and help employees take care of their families. Abby.
Oh, it's so hard not being able to care for your newborn right after you have them. I mean, I just can't imagine. Heather,
Puts people
thank
in
you.
a tough spot.
All right.